Hey students, I hope that you're all doing well and that you were able to take part in some exercise today. Maybe you did some jumping jacks as well today like you were doing in this picture. Today is Monday the 18th of January in the year 2021 and we are going to have maths. Now let's get right into the lesson. The number of the week for this week is 4. Do you remember what the number of the week for last week was? It was 8. Could you spell 8 for me? Great job. It shows that you're learning. So the number of the week is 4. I would like for you to practice spelling this one as well. And this is how the number 4 looks. Some people write it like this and some people write it another way. Okay, maybe you know how to write it both ways. And now here's a fun fact for you about the number 4. 4 is the only number in English that is equal to the number of letters in its name. Now let me explain that to you. So this is the number 4. Let's count the letters. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so the number of letters in its name matches its value. So the number of letters comes up to 4, which is, and there are 4 letters in its name and its value is 4. So 4 is the only number in English that is that special. Okay, an addition fact for 4 is 4 plus 0 equals 4. 4 plus 0 equals 4, and the reverse, 0 plus 4 equals 4. That's your addition fact for the number of the week. Now today for maths we're going to be looking at linear measurement. Linear measurement. Linear measurement. In linear measurement, we measure to find out how long or short an object is. So today we're going to be experimenting with finding out how long or short an object is. An object is another word for things. Like I say, how long or short something is, a thing is, okay? Height. This is a keyword that you need to know in measurement. Height is how tall. So if I ask you, what is the height of that table over there? I am asking you to find out how tall the thing is. So look at this picture here. Who is taller? The boy or the girl? The boy is taller. So right, he has more height than her. Okay, so height means how tall something is. Length. Length means how long something is. So length is when you're finding out how long it is. How long is it from this end of the wall to the other end of the wall? That would be length. You will be finding out the length. Non-standard units. We can use objects to measure the length or height of other objects. So in measurements, when finding out how long or short, finding out the length or height of objects, you have to use something to measure. And we can use other things to measure other objects. For example, you could use paper clips to measure, you could use hairpins or matchsticks. So today in linear measurements, we're going to be looking at non-standard units of measurements. Don't get too frightened, don't get too flustered, I'll break it down for you, okay? So we're going to look at some examples together. So here I have a crayon. So the crayon is a thing, it's an object. The word crayon is a noun. Yes, the word crayon is a noun. What color is this crayon, by the way? It is green. Okay, wonderful job. We're going to use paper clips to measure this crayon. All right, so paper clips will be considered a non-standard unit of measurement, and we're going to use it to measure the crayon. So now when you're measuring an object, you have to go from one end to the other end. So say with me, one end to the other end. When we're measuring, we go from one end to the other end. Okay, so let's go. We're going to use the paper clip. So let's go 1, 2. So you're going to make sure that the paper clips are as close together as possible. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. How long is this crayon? This crayon is 4 paper clips long. It is how long? 4 paper clips long. We use the paper clips to find out its length, how long it is, and it's 4 paper clips long. And we went from one end of the crayon to the other end of the crayon. Okay, now let's look at another object. So this is a Vase. It's a vase, and we're going to measure its length or its height. What are we going to measure? So length is how long and height is how tall. So what are we measuring here? Length or height? We are measuring its height. We want to find out how tall this vase is, okay? And we're going to use the paper clips again to measure the height of the vase. And remember, when you're measuring, we have to go from end to end. End to end. So let's line up the paper clips. Okay, how tall is this vase? This vase is 5 paper clips tall. It is 5 paper clips tall, and we went from end to end of the object. Great job. Now let's look at this fish. What am I using to measure the fish here? I have a paper clip and I have an eraser. Is this a correct way of measuring? Do you think I will get a correct answer if I use these things to measure? One paper clip, one eraser? Okay, why do you say no? Okay, and why do you say yes? Right, so those of you that said no, you're correct. Now those of you that say yes, let me explain to you why yes is not the correct answer. So the paper clip and the eraser are 2 different sizes, so I cannot use them to measure the fish. I can measure the fish using the eraser only, or I can measure the fish using the paper clips only. You understand? So this is incorrect. You cannot use 2 different size objects to measure when you're using non-standard units of measurement. Alright? So the correct way would be for me to use, I'm going to choose paper clips only. I'm going to measure the fish using paper clips only. So 1, 2, 3. So they're all the same size, so that means I will get a correct measurement. How long is this fish? It is 3 paper clips long. We went from end to end, so the fish is 3 paper clips long. Great job. Now let's look at this pencil. All right, let's go. We're going to use our paper clips to measure. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does this look correct to you? Why do you say that? Okay, so remember when we're measuring, we have to go from end to end of the object. Here, Miss did not start from one end of the pencil. She started from somewhere in the middle, thereabout. So therefore, I will not get a correct measurement because I did not start from the end. So piece of the pencil is left off. So I did not measure the entire pencil. And down here, I went even longer than the pencil. Okay, so remember when you're measuring, you have to go from end to end and you have to use the same object. So this is an incorrect way of measuring. Now let's look at the correct way. So we're going to go from end to end. Let's see how long the pencil is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The pencil is about 6 paper clips long, or if you want to be very specific about it, you will notice that the pencil here cuts this paper clip in half, so I would say it's about 5.5 paper clips long. So sometimes when you measure an object, it might not go all the way up to the entire length of the thing that you're using to measure. All right, now let's try some together. Here I have a flower, and yes, flower is another noun again. Yes, all of the objects that we've been doing so far, the names of them, they are nouns. Good, so this is a flower and we're going to measure its length or height. Length is how long and height is how tall. We are going to measure its height. So let's go from end to end with our paper clips only. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry about that. So the flower is about 4 paper clips tall. Next one, I have a water bottle. Do you have a water bottle? Alright, let's measure this water bottle. And we're going to find out its length or height. We are going to find its height. Let's go. End to end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did it reach all the way up to the top for the 5th paper clip? No, it's about half. So I would say it's about 1, 2, 3, 4.5 paper clips tall. Next object. This is a piece of ribbon. We're going to measure the ribbon from end to end. And are we finding out the length or the height? We are finding out its length. We want to know how long the ribbon is. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this ribbon is 5 paper clips long. Great job. And finally, I have a pair of scissors. Now let's measure the height of the scissors. Is height correct? No, we're not finding out how tall the scissors is. We're finding out how long it is. So let's go and measure its length from end to end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this scissors is 7 paper clips long. Great job. And now it's time for us to practice, for you to practice, sorry. Now we're going to write. I would like for you to turn to pages 107 and 108 in your maths textbook, and you're going to be doing exercises 1 and 2. So exercise 1 asks for you to use a paper clip. But if you don't have paper clips inside of your house, you can use hairpins, matchstick, or any other object that you can find that would be the same length. Okay, remember you have to use objects of the same length. So you can use those for exercise 1, and exercise 2 requires for you to draw, and you will be drawing inside of your textbook. Alright, and I hope to see you guys soon. Goodbye.